Hello, dear friend. Today we'll discuss the anatomy and physiology of the heart. Now, as we know, the heart is a four-chambered structure. This is the most important structure, which is called as the left ventricle, the right ventricle, the right atrium, and the left atrium. Now, when the left atrium contracts, now this left atrium receives the blood from the lungs, and it pours the blood into the left ventricle. This blood goes from the left ventricle into the aorta, which is guarded by the aortic wall, and from the aorta, it goes into the systemic circulation. Similarly, on right side, the right atrium receives the blood from superior vena cava, which gets the blood from upper half of the body, upper half of the body, and the inferior vena cava. This one is the structure which receives the blood from lower half of the body. Now, when the left ventricle contracts, the blood from, now the left ventricle contracts. As the left ventricle contracts, the blood from the left ventricle will try to enter the aorta. But what will happen? The left ventricle contracts and the mitral valve will close. The left ventricle contracts and the mitral valve will close. This is the mitral valve. Similarly, on right side, as the right ventricle contracts, the tricuspid valve will close. So these two valves, the closure of these two valves will give rise to the first heart sound, which has got a characteristic of the word lub. Responsible are the mitral valve and the tricuspid valve. This is called as S1. That is the first heart sound. Similarly, when the left atrium receives the blood from the lungs, the mitral valve will open and the blood will be poured into the left ventricle. Then the left ventricle will contract. The blood goes into the aorta, as we have just seen. As the blood goes into the aorta, after the systole of the left ventricle, what will happen? The blood will try to gush again inside the aorta, will return back and will close the aortic wall, giving rise to the second heart sound. I'll repeat again. We have just seen that the left ventricle contracts. The left ventricle contracts, blood goes to the aorta, and when the systole is over, the diastole will start and the blood from the aorta will try to enter back, thereby giving rise to the closure of the aortic valve. Similarly over here, when the blood from the pulmonary trunk comes back, it will close the pulmonary wall, giving rise to the second heart sound. Now, the closure of the aortic wall and the pulmonary wall will give rise to second heart sound. Now, this is called as A2 and P2 because it is the second heart sound and it has got two components, that is the aortic component and the pulmonary component. It has got a characteristic sound like the word dub. Dub. Now, we have seen the first heart sound, the second heart sound. At times, when the left atrium receives a large amount of blood, for example, in conditions like left ventricular failure, so this large amount of blood will try to enter the left ventricle. This will give rise to the third heart sound, which is called as S3. At times, this third heart sound can be heard in the healthy individuals also. We can also hear the fourth heart sound in rare instances. This fourth heart sound is because of last rapid filling phase of the cardiac cycle. So we have seen the four heart sounds, the S1, S2, S3 and S4. If we consider the conduction system of the heart, then we have got the SA node and the AV node. The SA node is located in the right atrium. This is the SA node, the AV node, the bundle of phase, the left bundle and the right bundle. So the impulse will travel from the SA node to the AV node, the bundle of phase, and then to the left bundle and right bundle, and then to the Purkinje fibers, and from here the impulse will spread all over the heart. This is all about the basic anatomy and physiology of the heart. Thank you.